Right, so with this activity, you will have already filled this in because you'll have just done an activity with it, and it will look something a little bit like this. So I've filled my sheet in, so je suis, nous sommes, ils sont. These are just the present tense conjugations of the verb être. Now, what I've then asked you to do is to rewrite the sentences as follows: 1 to 3 in the present tense, 4 to 6 in the future tense, and 7 to 9 in the imperfect tense, with 10 to 12 being in the conditional tense. Now, the trap that you need not to fall into is that it's not être that you need to write in the present tense, the future tense, the imperfect, and the conditional tense, because all of these sentences here have been written in the perfect tense. So these are all verbs that conjugate with être in the perfect tense. So you'll see with the first one that we've got the word aller. So this is the verb aller in the perfect tense. Je suis allé au cinéma. I went to the cinema. What I need you to do with this one, as it's 1 to 3, is to write that into the present tense. So not I went to the cinema, but I go to the cinema. Now, there are two ways that you can do that. Well, there are three ways that you can do it. First of all is that you just know what the present tense conjugation for this verb is. So for those of you who do know, then you would know that the verb that we were looking for there would be the verb aller. I'll just write that down here. So we've got the verb aller, and then I then know that in the present tense is je vais. So my sentence will then look like je vais au cinéma instead. So that then has been written into the present tense because that now means I go to the cinema. Now the second way of being able to do that is of course to use a dictionary to conjugate, but then you then need to figure out what verb this stems from. Now this might be as simple as trying to look for it, and usually if the verb follows a regular rule, and I'm looking for something that looks similar to that word. I'm looking for a verb in the infinitive form, so therefore one that ends with er, ir, or re. So I'm going to look this word up. So I've got my al here, and I'm going to go here, and I've actually just found the fact that it says aller verb number 7, and I think well, that's probably the verb. Sometimes I can actually look down here to see whether or not it's the word that I'm after, and if you see there, it does say aller, even though that's the feminine form, and that kind of tells you, yes, this is the verb that we are looking for. So we've got aller verb number 7. So then the second way to find the answer that we need is to go to verb number 7. We then need to look for this, and we then just find the present tense. Or if it's the future tense that we're looking for, we look for the future tense. Or if it's the imperfect tense that we look for, it's the imperfect tense over there. So that's another way to do it. Now another way that you might want to try, it's a little bit of a shortcut, is to use word reference instead. Now actually, if I change this here to, if I change it to French, call it French to English, and I'm just going to type in the word that I've got on the sheet. So this word here, aller, is the exact word that I've got written down here. So aller, and I'm going to click search to see what it comes up with. And actually, it tells me here that it's from the verb aller. Now the second one down, if we would just check that that's not just a fluke, the second one down is rentrer, so that's the word that I'm looking up, because that's the past participle, so that's what I need in the imperfect. And it looks exactly like that. Ask me whether I meant something else, so I might at that stage think, well, that's probably the verb that I want, but actually I'm just going to click search on the exact word that's there, and the first one that it gives me is it tells me that it comes from rentrer. So this is a really, really quick way. Now, rentrer there, we can then either go back into the dictionary and use that and think, right, okay, so I'm going to look for rentrer, I'm going to look at what that means, and I'm then going to put that into the present tense. Or I can click the word rentrer like so, go up here where it says conjuguer, which is to conjugate, and then if I click conjuguer, I get a table up like this, and I've got my present tense there. So in this sense, it was, on this example, nous sommes rentrés. So instead of saying we went back home to our house, we want to say we go back home. So we're looking for the we in the present tense, and what I do is go down here and I see nous rentrons. So then on my sheets here, or in my book, if it's you, I'm going to write down nous rentrons chez nous. Okay. Okay, and that's what I want you then to do.